Welcome. This is Kimberly Sherry, International Energy Healer, helping you lead a life of wealth without worry. And today I'm talking about the 7 patterns that block your money. So patterns are actually a vibrational frequency, but you will know them more so as habits. So things that we do over and over and over again on a regular basis with the greatest intensity is how we create our life. So these habits can come in the form of thoughts or things we do. And so I wanted to go over 7 of these ways that these habits or patterns block your money. So the first pattern is your pattern of worry. Especially when it comes to money, people worry when it shrinks, and that's actually part of what's causing the lack of funds, is because you contract when you worry and you're not in that expanded flowing state. So that's the first one, is running worry through your energy field. People do that on a habitual basis. Every time they look at their bank account, they worry. So that's number 1. Number 2 is we have a hard time manifesting because we run the energy of anger through our energy field. Now, I've talked about this a lot in the past, about the different levels of anger that we might have in our energy field. So when we feel angry, that's up around 95-100% of that anger energy, and then we really feel it. But we can also be pushing money away with lower levels of anger, like even 50%. And at 50%, we're not going to feel angry. We might just be annoyed or frustrated or kind of on edge all the time, but we won't feel angry. And so this is how a lot of people push their money away, because they don't know they have that much anger. So this is something that I can measure. It's something that I include in my personal vibrational temperature report if you're ever interested in knowing how much anger you have. So that's the second way. The third way is that you run the energy of effort. You have that belief of, I have to work hard for my money. And so that energy of pushing and forcing and chasing after things comes from a very specific place in your energy field. And so when that's not flowing, then you're going to be in effort. You're going to want to push things, and you're trying to force things to make that happen. Some people do that on a regular basis. If they just push hard enough, they're always, cracking the whip and trying to push themselves harder and harder and harder. So being in that energy of effort, that's a pattern. A fourth way, it's kind of on the back of this, is that effort is done in a way to try to prove. You're trying to prove your worth, prove your value, and so you have those places in your energy field where you don't feel worthy, you don't feel deserving, and so you're always trying to work hard enough to prove your worth and your value. So running that energy of not having enough self-value is a pattern. That's a pattern that we may have learned from our parents. We may have learned this through beliefs that we've been taught. I know as a Jehovah's Witness, grew up with those patterns that if we had nice things, or if we bought something new, that was being materialistic, and having a love of money, when really we should love our money. When we love our friends, they want to come around. Well, the same thing happens and applies to money. When we treat it like a really good friend and we respect it, we honor it, we take care of it, it wants to come around more often. So loving money is not a bad thing. So just more of those beliefs and patterns that we run through our energy field. Number 5 has to do with not being able to have easy conversations around money. Like we have those patterns of that money is just something you don't talk about. And so when you have that pattern running in your energy field, then you're not going to feel comfortable when you want to raise your prices. You're also not going to feel comfortable going after someone or asking someone that owes you money to pay you. Those all have to do with conversations around money. And that's a pattern. If you have a pattern that, that's just not something you talk about, then it's going to be really hard to talk about money and have easy conversations around money. So that's number 5. Number 6 has to do with the limiting and lack mindsets that we run through our energy field. So, I grew up with a lot of lack mindsets. Both of my parents were from the Depression era, and my father clipped coupons, and, my mother was always saying, including till the day she died, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. So I grew up with that belief that there was never enough money. So when we hold those limiting and lack mindsets, that's a pattern that's going to push money away. So that's number 6. Number 7 is you need the approval or permission of others. So this is a pattern that we often run. We have to go out and ask everybody's opinion and wonder what they think, or we worry about what people think and how they view us. And then we won't make financial decisions until we feel like we have everybody's approval, or people are not going to judge us. So that's a pattern. That's a pattern that you run through your energy field. And so all of these patterns hold a vibrational frequency. We are transmitters. We are sending energy and receiving energy 24/7. So the energy that we're sending is all based on the frequencies and the vibrations that we hold in our body. So when we're sending out that vibration, like, how do you know what your vibration is? See what's coming back. What are you manifesting in your outer world? That's the clue about what you're running in your energy field. So the bigger question is, how do I get rid of these patterns? How do I change these lack mindsets and these beliefs? So I don't know if you've been noticing, all 7 of these patterns actually live in a specific place in your energy field. So, my mission is sort of to educate people about their energy field. It's not a daily conversation that people have or people talk about their energy field, but it's crucial to your manifestations. It's crucial to the life that you're creating. So each of these patterns lives in a specific part of the body. That worry lives right at that root chakra, at the base of your spine. Not being able to manifest and be able to create the things that you want to create because you have too much anger lives in a very specific place, right in that lower belly, in that second chakra. When you're in effort, that also exists in a specific part of your body. When your solar plexus, right at your 3rd chakra, is congested, that's when you go into effort. When you feel like you have to prove your worth, right here in your heart chakra. When you can have conversations about money easily and effortlessly, blocks right here. This is a very common place for a lot of people to hold blocks, because this is the most common place we can get killed over and over and over. Of course, I believe in past lives and how those residual energies continue and follow us into this lifetime. So now we have a whole lifetime to work out these old patterns. And that's what this, when people talk about ascension, all that's talking about is going into higher frequencies. And when we go into those higher frequencies, we can remove all of these blocks. Those limiting and lack mindsets exist right here. And being able to give ourselves permission, that exists right at the top of your head in your crown chakra. So by learning how to clear all of these energies, you can start to manifest in a completely different way. And this is the new paradigm that we're stepping into. And, the book that I'm writing, in fact, as we speak, it's at the editor. The book, which is called access your ultimate power, the blueprint to infinite intelligence, outlines everything that I've been talking about in much greater detail so that you can learn how to do this on your own. So what I wanted to do today was give you a link to 2 things that can help you. But it's meant to break through those patterns, so we're talking about patterns, break through those patterns of how you limit yourself. And so if you can break through this little pattern of starting to invest in yourself, I'm going to post 2 links. They're $7 each. One is I'm ready for my breakthrough. It's a little mini course that's going to help you break through some of these fears and the anger. That's the link that I suggest first, because you want to clear those energies before you start amplifying the energy of your money. And because otherwise, when you get a windfall of money or you start making more money, you're just going to amplify all your worry and your anger. Maybe you'll be mad at money. I'm going to post those 2 links and really highly suggest that you start to break through your patterns by doing the exercises in these 2 little mini courses. Very powerful though. And there's also some really powerful meditations in there called the meta clearings that are going to help you break through and clear a lot of these energies. So if you've never worked with me before, it's a great place to start. So I'm giving you an opportunity to raise yourself up and out of that. And this can happen on your own, but that's the hard way. That's where you're kind of like getting dragged by the bus. So much better to get in the bus, enjoy the ride, be more conscious, be more on purpose, and creating the life that you desire on purpose with intention. So I hope you enjoy this weekend, and actually tomorrow our family is going to be sending my mom off, and we're going to be spreading her ashes out on the bay tomorrow. So creating completion for her, and looking forward to that this weekend. So I hope you enjoy your weekend and use it as an opportunity to check out these 2 links. So sending much love. I will be back next week. And in the meantime, keep asking my favorite question. How? How does it get any better than this? And then stay in that blissful question of, I wonder. And I'm just being reminded that because I'm posting these on Facebook now, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm posting them on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified when I upload these, and you can continue to raise your vibration. Sending much love. Until we meet again, namaste.